All right, we are live. Welcome to another week of METH GATOR Presents. We got a cool comic. I thought it was already on Indiegogo before, and whoops. Very glad it wasn't because I'm able to back it. We got the artist, Eric Hansen, and the original concept creator, Pixel Trader, along with my co host, Chris Fisk of Infinite Tales.
Hey.
So, Pixel, we only got you for a little bit, so let's start off with you.
Sure, man.
Your spiel.
Gosh, where do we start?
It all started with a shit post.
Yeah, that's probably the best place to start with it. So, 8 months ago, it was a post on Twitter, just to kind of ruffle some feathers to see what happens, and it was a AI generated piece of a mermaid holding a rifle, and I took it and tweaked it a bit, added some stuff to make it look a little more realistic, and posted it to see what would happen. And sure enough, it blew up, and there were tons of people going, "Oh, is this real? Is this real? When's this going to happen?" And around the same time, I've got Piper and Eric here, like blowing up my DMs. We got to make this happen. You got to let me draw this. You can let me write this. And so I said, okay, let's do it. And so it was about 8 months ago. Actually, it was 8 months exactly from the point where we decided, or I posted it, to the point where we actually launched the campaign. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty awesome. And from that point forward, we stepped on the gas. Concepts were flowing like crazy, and it's been a great ride so far. Lots of excellent concepts have come out of it. We've got plenty of content to be able to last multiple books. And so we're just trying to weed stuff down into a single story that we can tell. And we hit our funding a couple days ago, and we're just looking for our first stretch goal at this point. So it's nice. Great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome. I was listening to a bit of your launch party stream actually before this. I think it's pretty cool that you like get an AI art, and then you've had a real artist kind of play with that and touch it up, bring it to life fully. It's cool stuff you're doing.
Yeah, so the original concept was really just a throwaway. It was just supposed to get some people's attention and see what happened. And then when it wound up taking off so much, the first thing I said was, I've always kind of stuck by this too. I think AI is a great tool for concepts and ideas and getting things out there, but a final product should never really be AI. It should actually have a person's touch to it. And so when I met with Eric Tolsky, he was like, can I take a shot at that cover? And I'm like, dude, go for it. And so he completely redrew it. He used the original image as kind of a basis for it, so it still had the same kind of life to it. It's kind of an homage to where everything started. And so while we are having it fully colored, we're also going to release the Fun My Comic exclusive cover as black and white, just like how the original concept was done.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Nice. Eric.
Yes, sir.
Get a bit about your contribution, the artist and whatnot, co-creator.
Well, yeah, when I saw that he posted that, I rolled up into his DMs, and I didn't even ask him. I said, dude, I'm drawing this for you. So that's kind of what kicked it off, and Piper joined the party very soon after that. We were in a DM group, and we just started tossing ideas around, and there's a lot of cool concepts that are in the book, like the fact that she makes a deal with our witch character to get legs, only she loses her legs when she goes in the water, and she goes back to a fishtail. She comes out, and there's some magic. Her legs open and spread out, and so she can kind of like go in and out, in and out, in and out, and that parallels the Ar-13L rifle, which can fire in the water and out of the water. So, kind of part of our lore that we plugged in there. So, it's been a blast coming up with the look of this thing. I get to partner with Federico from American Bliss. We just got done with that book, and now we're on this one together. The pages are looking beautiful when they come back, and couldn't be happier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm loving this. I love it. Yeah, your book, the imagery, I'm going to get the link up in a minute to look at. It's so like rock and roll, just pow. I'm a huge, if you know Black Angus, it's my channel. I am an AC/DC fanatic, and I love just the raw energy, electricity, and that's what this energy of this book has, just from the imagery. I'm like, whoa. I don't know. It has, I think I saw on Picture Trader, it has like this irreverence, like Shrek or Hoodwinked, in that vein of let's take beloved fairy tale story, a princess or whatever, and like turn it on its head and just break it all apart. Like, I love it.
Yeah, and as part of the disclaimer, sorry, as part of the disclaimer, we just say it's not just a TNA book. There's a real, revenge story here. There's some meat and potatoes to sink into.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. When we were looking at it, I mean, there's the low hanging fruit was attack Disney, right, and just make fun of their version of it. And we're like,
so easy.
We can do better than that. And so we actually went back to the original and looked at how it was done, character names, everything like that. So, I mean, while we do have Sebastian, which is a crab, who has a blade for a hand, that's pretty much the only place where we really make a straight reference to Disney. Everything else is based on the original. All the names and stuff, those were all owned by Disney, so we can't use those. And so we have to go back and create something new from that. So her name isn't Ariel. Her name is actually Coral. And there's a few other places where things. Well, I guess Enrique is kind of a nod to Disney because it's it's not Eric, but it's kind of Eric. So, but yeah, it's its own thing. But still having fun with it and having this, we definitely put. I guess I was going after the Little Mermaid Twitter account quite a bit with this. Antagonizing on purpose, especially since we launched a week before the movie came out, and that was totally on purpose. It was to try to kind of take a dig at them and also get a little groundswell. And for everybody that absolutely hated the movie, they've loved the concept so far, and it's given us quite a bit of a boost. But it's so much fun to see people's reactions to it the first time.
Yeah, man, those Rotten Tomato scores. Woof.
I
haven't even looked. I've been too busy.
We gotta look at that. But let me pull up the website. If people look at this. You want to play the trailer first?
Go right ahead.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Normally, I'm behind and I watch the trailer live with y'all for the first time, but I actually checked it out and I love what y'all do with this, especially hearing like, oh, it's not a copyright issue. Sweet. But before that, if y'all want to get your drinks ready, whatever's available, whether you got alcohol or not, it matters not. Hello, General Piggy. Thank you for joining.
Hey.
All right. This is second time around recording thanks to Chris Fisk here in Finitel.
Oh, no.
Yes. Thus commences
the Horn of Ceremony.
Ooh. Look at that. Shing.
This concludes the Horn of Ceremony.
That is right. So let's look at this badass trailer for any of y'all who have not. Oh, it already went full screen. Sweet. If it'll load.
I think you wound up pausing it when you double clicked it.
Oh.
Go.
Pulled a boomer.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just realized y'all. Let me get out of here. There we go. I just realized that one logo you got. That's Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Love it. That is awesome. I love just all this tongue-in-cheek humor here. This is great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're really having fun with this.
Okay, let's dig into this. All right.
Oh man. So the original concept for the trailer was going to be a much more like subdued, but kind of calm, like what was it, like a 40s 30s kind of vibe music kind of playing as you're kind of crawling up the beach to a scene of all of a sudden you just see her like unloading like a machine gun on a bunch of people and stuff with just jiggle physics and everything, and we were like, okay, we don't have enough time for that. And we just didn't, we couldn't do it, and we're like, okay, we got to figure out something else. And so the Death Clock song came along, and we're like,
Nice.
we love it, we're gonna get nailed, what do we do? And so I actually went to Fiverr and had somebody re-record it, and then I threw my vocals over the top of it just for the heck of it, and it worked, and we're like, okay, let's go. And so I cut everything to it, and it worked out really well.
That's cool that you're found a good would it be patron? Whatever you call the people doing work on Fiverr. Because it's like Fiverr,
Yeah.
I tried to dig through it. I'm like, God, this looks like just a mess of possibly fraudulent. You're just going to take my money and never hit me back up.
Oh no!
I've had a mixed bag over there, but this guy was fantastic. I can actually shoot you his information later if you want it.
Sure, cool. Yeah, I'll dig into them. See, maybe some idea will pop up for me.
Nice.
All right, so this cover, which is the thumbnail art, I love it. It's just so wacky. I like how you got. So, how big is Sebastian supposed to be? Like, if you're doing like hand size, how big is he?
He's a little bit bigger than a football, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it varies. It varies depending on who's drawing him and
Yeah.
how he's getting. He looks more like the size of a corgi here, I think. But yeah, the whole concept of him being kind of like a Pokemon type size kind of creature or whatever was something that kind of came out of Jose, and then we ran with it because he looked too cool. So he was a lot more realistic looking in our first kind of revisions of him, and then after we saw this, we kind of said, okay, let's go back to the drawing board and make it look more like this. And yeah, we love it. And this picture actually started as just the front cover. We didn't have the wraparound. And then after we saw it and we talked about it quite a bit, we're like, okay, this is a missed opportunity if we don't see what she's destroying. And so we went back to him and had him just do that insane scene there. And the first pass actually didn't have the shark. It didn't have much of the carnage. And I'm going, hey, can you have him eat or have a shark eating somebody? And he came back and there's just guys everywhere getting chewed up and stuff. It's fantastic.
Well, one thing I'm curious about, I haven't seen more. Okay, so yeah, it's more that doesn't quite distinguish. So, like, does she? I heard in the stream that when mermaids are born, they have like full scale, and then they start like shedding them the older they get. Will she lose her tail, or will her tail become just straight legs? Because like this cover, you got like her ass exposed. That might just be an aesthetic thing for y'all. I'm not sure. I'm curious about that.
Well, if you scroll down, you'll see her with her legs on one of the other pages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see.
Where she's coming out. Yeah, it kind of the lore like we were talking about earlier. There's when she gets the magic applied to her, she morphs when she comes out of the water. So if she gets really wet, the legs come back, kind of like in the movie Splash, kind of thing. So we're kind of in that same vibe. So if she's underwater, she swims like a mermaid, and then above water, as long as she's not in a body of water, she should be fine. She'll be able to walk around. Now the scale pattern would still kind of be dependent on her age, kind of thing. Eventually, if she was out of the water for long enough, I suppose they'd all go away. I don't know.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So if she's on land too long, will she just become straight human?
Well, she gets the power to be human, so I mean, I think she would still wind up like if she ever hit the water again, she would lose that ability. So the tail would come back, but like the scale pattern and stuff, the way that we're playing with that is just that they're there until she reaches a certain age and then they come off. So she's still like I don't remember how old we have her in the story. She's like 18, 19, something like that. I can't recall. But you know, as she got a little bit older, she might need 2 starfish, kind of thing.
I like how you put that. All right, here's the Eric Hodson cover. I think I've seen that guy. Yeah, he's here.
Sweet.
You're in the stream.
I've heard of that guy.
No.
Oh, that piece is fantastic. And the funny part was, you know, it was one of the first pictures that was done of her by Eric. And I'm like, I'm going to send this over to our artist to kind of see what he can do with the colors. And we'd also sent over a test page just before this. and I loved what he had done. And then I'm like, let me see what goes on in here. And as soon as this came back, we just both were like, yes, this has to be put in here.
Nice.
This is the piece that you're like, hey, I'm going to draw this.
This was kind of the first piece, like when we started talking about doing this, I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do for my cover? Because Pixel was already on to getting Jose in. I'm like, I need to do something for my cover. And I had to start doing some concept work for the book because, you know, we're rocking and rolling with this. Like normally you would start doing your concept work, start doing your story, get the story done, get all the designs and turnarounds done. But we didn't have that kind of time because we have a launch window of when the Little Mermaid movie comes out and a bookend with Shark Week, I believe. So a lot of this stuff, it's like, okay, I'm running into a character in the script. Well, time to design that character. And as long as it's okay with the other two members of the team, then we go forward. But so this was my first time to like, what is she going to look like? And Pixel sent it back to me and he's like, because I had done a little bit more of a chiseled older adult face. And he wanted more of that J. Scott Campbell look. So he sent it back to me, and this is where that came from. And that became the look of her, and that's where it stuck.
Okay. Swim with the fishes. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I like Sebastian in the background, too. You just got like, you got your main character, and you got like all this personality all around it as well. It's cool.
Gonna cut you.
Oh, yeah, zoom in on him. He's got this smug look on his face. It's amazing.
Let me see if I can.
You'll have. I don't know if you can or not. Probably stuff like
I can.
Yeah.
How do I scroll around? Is the problem? I've never really done this before. There we go.
It's kind of hard to see still. Yeah, but yeah, he's got this like. I don't know. It's just this funny look on his face. I've zoomed in on it a few places, which are a lot of fun. But, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of giving a side eye there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
It
hilarious.
looks great on the skateboard deck.
Yeah, the skateboard deck looks really cool.
So what's the story of
scroll down.
Sebastian having this knife attached to his hand?
He's a grizzled old war veteran, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He fought his way out of a kitchen with that.
The Ratatouille spoof coming soon.
It's kind of, yeah. And well, he also kind of evolved out of the memes and stuff too, where you've probably seen the picture of the crab holding a knife.
Yep.
There's also one where the crab's holding a cigarette, and we've combined those into that character.
Like
Don't-
sheet.
If you don't have them in this issue, you should totally have them just like maybe do like an origin or something, just a ash can, whatever the case you do,
That's
a
a
short
great
story.
idea.
Have him
Escape
just
from
like,
a French restaurant.
have him retell his story, and he's like, "All right, sit back. This is a long one." He's like,
Yeah. He escaped
Earn
from
this.
a galley.
All right, so reversible covers. What does that mean? Does that mean?
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
cover
so in this
jacket.
case, well, it's not a jacket.
Oh,
but
no,
you've
it's a
got
flipper.
It's a flipper, right? So you can flip it over the other way, and the spine stays on the right side. It's
Nice.
one of those things. I've always loved that type of visual on a book. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it on mine since it's my cover. And so I did it. I'll probably wind up framing both of them and just put them side by side.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, okay, I get it now. No, I was thinking like, wait, you have like 2 issues of the book back to back, so you can flip it. I'm like, what?
Wait.
Okay, I get it
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I'm just taking this in. What's the story with this? The backside piece.
Yeah, so the back piece is it's a little hard to see there, but I'll find a link for it later or something. But it's one of the concept pieces. I think it was the second one I did. The first one I did was the. Actually, I don't remember which one came first now. I'd have to go back and look at my thing. But that piece was she's underwater. She's got the gun in her hand. There are divers coming down from above. You can barely see it, but there's a boat sitting there, and there's like water kind of like a light shining down on them, and they're coming her direction. I actually have a slightly modified version of that where her hair is a little bit different. And I'm actually repositioning the gun some so you can see it better. But it'll be just divers coming down to get their stuff, and she's ready to take them out.
Nice.
Love it. No, it's got such. You ever seen the movie The Descent with like the caveman mutants?
Yeah.
has that same vibe, like when they're pulling their torches out, and it's just like menace, dread. I like it, and it also makes you kind of think of Finding Nemo. Where it's like, oh, don't touch the butt.
Touch the butt. Touch the butt.
Was there any specific inspiration for this? The front cover?
Yeah, the front cover. There's an artist named Cute Sexy Robots. You've probably seen their stuff on. Yeah, and so I looked at their commission list, and number one commissions with them was like over $1,000 a piece, I think, but their backlog was over a year long.
Oh, damn.
And I'm like, okay, I can't wait that long. And so I'm one of those people that likes to try just to push myself and see if I can kind of emulate styles and do things. And so this was my attempt at their style. It kind of works. It's not perfect, and they would blow me out of the water, but it works.
Well, see, you said the name. It's like, oh, the dimensions definitely make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's why I went for that. Yeah.
No,
I had a good time with that one. I got to experiment a bit. I really like the iridescence on the scales.
Have you tagged them? Be like, hey, this is like an homage to your style.
I think I did a long time ago when I first did it, but I haven't revisited it since.
Well, you should totally do it again. Maybe, you never know. Maybe they're like, fuck, thanks. And retweet, and then bam, more customers.
Maybe.
I'm all about the money.
Now that's my job.
Yeah. God, I still got to get that clip from South Park. The covetous Jew.
Hey.
Yeah, so this one was based on this Eric Niltowski. This is based on your AI art, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. He did a great job with this. He sent me a couple versions of it, and I saw this one. There was another one with a smaller caliber gun. And I'm like, no. Let's go with the big one. And then the bandolier of weapon or belt, whatever there of the bullets. It was just perfect. It flows right through the art, and it just tied everything together. It was a nice homage while still being its own thing. And so we're going to go with that one.
Very cool.
Oh, I love it, man. This is you expect to see this in like the effort that you put in just to get this or what have you for this. This is some you might expect this or better than stuff you see in the comic store by the big companies. So hats off to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, the team has done a really great job so far. I mean, I'm blown away every time I see something new coming from Eric. I'm just flipping out. I'm going, yes, dude, this is fantastic. And I just got colors back today from Federico for another page. Need some tweaks before I show it off, but it's just hitting all the points that I want to hit, and we're just doing some fantastic stuff here that I can't wait for people to see.
Very cool, man. Yeah, this is looking awesome.
So the Arrow comics, are you like working under? Was that Luke Stone's company or?
It's Randy Zimmerman, but Luke is part of Arrow now too. The thing that happened here was Randy is starting a new imprint called 3G, which stands for Guns, Girls, and Gore. And this is going to be the first book under that imprint. So it's their more mature line of books and stuff. And so we get the honor of being the first one published under that label.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The inauguration.
Got to do them proud.
Yeah.
And so the Arrow bundles here, there's 2 of them. And every Arrow book that does a crowdfunder winds up having these as part of it. So people can go back and check out older issues of the books and stuff. And it works out nicely because it can kind of pad our numbers a little bit too, but at the same time, people get a really, really good deal on a handful of books.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where's the first one? Oh, okay. Further down.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive than I think it's $10 more for that one.
No, it's cool though. That's a cool. I like the idea of like, all right, here's an imprint. Let's do package deals on top of it. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely pad your stats. That looks good too. I like that you're aware of that. Some people be like, oh no, I'm just, if you want more, they'll try to dance around. So just being honest, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let me see. Rester Picks. Am I saying that right? says Stabation got that dog in him. Sebastian. Okay. Love it. Let's see. Interior art. This is Eric, correct?
This is me. Yep.
All right.
Me and Frederico.
Sweet. 60 pages.
It's got a lot of pop to it. I like it.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
How long does it take you to do a page typically?
I'm pretty much around a page a day. It just depends on how much work's going into it. These are a little bit longer because I'm doing tones as well. You can see the bottom one is an example of what I'm sending to Frederico. And so there's a little bit more going into it because especially with the water scenes, water's tough. I want to make sure and get it and get it done right. The British Bulldog book I'm working on, I can do easily a page a day. I have a reputation of being fairly quick. It's just whether or not I can stay in my studio for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and grunge it out because I got family obligations, got to do cons, two or three other projects, plus my own Dreaded Dinosaur Man. So there's a lot of plates spinning. So
Nice. You're having sirens in this book as well? Is that what this is?
yeah, so Piper went back to a lot of the old mermaid lore, and originally mermaids were known for singing siren songs to lure sailors to their doom, and so that's kind of what's going on here. There's a hallucination going on, and the guy seeing the shark as like this mermaid-esque monster thing.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm sure you probably get that once we get like the lettering and stuff as well and kind of follow on the narration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it becomes a
interesting.
lot more clear as you get further in.
Oh man, it looks so great too, man.
Yeah, it does.
I'm kind of like Guillermo del Toro. Like I always feel bad for like the monsters. I root for the monsters. When you got a sexy
He's all about the
monster,
heels.
You got a sexy monster. It's like, marry me.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
That guy doesn't have long to live.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's so cool, man. Sorry, I'm not used to using my. Not used to using this on my laptop yet, so still a work in progress. I like this. He's like, a white woman. So is Sebastian, is he already in league with AR, or do they come
Coral?
across each other?
Yeah, he's kind of like her uncle, babysitter / sage advice guy.
Nice.
Oh, okay. That is hilarious. Oh, yeah, no, there's so much range to this. The color and the action. You got a good flow
Yeah.
here.
That was the first page that was sent back to us as the color test, and immediately we're like, yes. So the first thing we were going to do was black and white with just red accents, and so it's going to be a lot like the Red Sonja book, black, white, and red.
Mhm.
And once we saw these, we were like, okay, never mind. I think we're going to have to go with color. It pops so much, and also with people talking about how poorly lit the live action was, everybody was complaining about there not being color, and in the back of my mind I'm going, yeah, the people are not going to like that if they see our cover and then everything's black and white. I'm like, okay, fine. And so we went back and decided to go for the color.
Now,
Very
these skate decks, are these like fingerboards or are they like real skateboard decks?
Full size skateboard decks.
Nice.
You should tag Tim Pool on that. Being a big skater he is.
I think somebody actually did already.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice. People got your back. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
read
downside-
and I tagged Tim Pool and I said, dude, if Tim Pool will have me on to talk about this book, I will fall on my ass because I can't skate worth a shit on our book just for the lulz.
Yeah.
So
The downside is
Yeah,
right
no.
now,
This would catch people's eye.
internationals. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
only
internationals.
shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, no international at the moment. We'd have to work that out on a case-by-case basis, but I would do that for somebody if they wanted to get one.
God,
Oh, I just realized you got a Finding Nemo reference right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Marlin
Dory.
and Dory.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, is this octopus? Is it a septipod like in Finding Dory?
Something like that. You know, I was just trying to throw in some cool sea creatures at that point. Because the coral reef was a pain in the ass anyway. So I was like, yeah, octopus.
Yeah, you totally should have went with like the South Pacific, like the desert ocean.
No.
If you wanted to save some time.
Dunes of sand.
In my off time, I love digging into random science, and I got on this like Moby Dick thing. It's the South Pacific. I had no idea there's like deserts, and like, you think the Pacific's like lush and beautiful. It's oh no, it's fucking dead. And it's like, oh. Are there any other inspirations or nods that you have besides, of course, Mermaid and maybe like ancient, like Greco-Roman, antiquity references to mermaid lore?
Yeah, well, once we get into the whole undersea kingdom, you're going to see a lot of that Tartarian type, architecture and stuff. Atlantis, old world looking undersea things. I'm looking forward to drawing that. I'm not too sure how much will be in there, but yeah, there'll be some reference for that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this whole thing is basically a love letter to 80s action movies and stuff. So there's like that one scene that you saw where she's holding the guns. It's basically Scarface. She's got the two Tommy guns, and we joke about it, saying, "Say hello to my little friend," and then her little friend shows up and he's ready to stab the guy. Whether or not that dialogue actually pops in there, we don't know yet, but we'll see. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of nods and reference here and there. But we're just having fun with it. It's like whatever we can throw at the wall, it sticks. It's just so many ideas we have to weed through because every day I'm coming into our DM group. What if we did this? What if we did that?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
I'm not rewriting this.
Yeah. No, you definitely, with something like this, with the potential, you definitely have to have restraint. With like, oh, let's throw that, and it's like that's just a distraction. Like, totally full for you there.
Feature creep.
Oh yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah.
So what would I guess let me see what your top bundle is up here. Yeah, for only $10, y'all can get the digital, which is what I did just because I have to be economical. I appreciate having that option because some people seem really hard up about no digital, and it's like, all right, I guess I'm not buying your shit then. Like,
yeah.
I'm the exact opposite about it. I have a really kind of a strict stance about it. I've talked about before, but I'm a dad. I've got a toddler. I like to read my books, and he'll destroy them. So if I have a digital copy handy, I can read it anywhere, and I don't have to worry about it. He can read it with me on my tablet, and if he drools on it, it doesn't kill it. So that's one of those things. And then I also think that every physical copy should automatically come with the digital edition, so it does. I think one of my tiers might not say it, but it does. Every physical tier comes with it. And then as far as like the piracy thing goes, I've posted threads about this before, but unlike the standard comic industry where piracy would wind up taking sales away from a store, in this sense, we're crowdfunding, and so all of the money that we make for this book, all the digital editions, all the stuff is going to pay for the book. So anybody that wanted the book is getting the book, versus a store having to sell a product that they purchased. And so it's a little bit of a different scenario there. And so I feel like it's been paid for. I got the money I needed to make it. Good to go. And if somebody pirates it, it sucks, but maybe it'll inspire somebody else to buy it later on. I'm not too worried about it. I would much rather get the book in more people's hands than worry about somebody not, being cool and just giving it away. Whatever.
Yeah, I get a kick out of seeing the general leftist swarm of comics creators from the big companies cry about piracy or buy your books, and it's like, aren't y'all like promoting Antifa and shit and bailing out BLM?
Yeah, don't you hate capitalism?
Also, some of your books sell to the library where I check them out, so like, which is totally fine, but like, you're still, the copy's been bought to then distribute on loan. But I don't know, it's people like your shit if they're going to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. if somebody gets a hold of issue number 1 and they love it and they want to find out about the next one, there's a good chance if you price your stuff right, they're going to pick up the physical one the next time around, or maybe you'll have some cool perks they'll want to see, like a plushy Sebastian that's coming along right now.
Oh, sweet.
Whoa,
Yeah, just got a prototype ordered.
that will be cool. How long was it to find a place to like do that, make it economical for you?
We're still kind of in the weeds there a little bit, but Eric knew a place that he got a custom one made, and so we're starting there first just to get a prototype, and then we can kind of shop around where we want to get them actually made.
Nice.
Yep, this was the Spaz prototype that I had made.
Oh, let me look at you.
For Budsies. It's a 16-inch doll.
There we go.
Nice.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, it's beautiful quality. I take this to shows when I'm promoting Dinosaur Man so children can come and hug him.
Oh, damn it. I had that up the whole time. Sorry.
It's funny because their structure is pretty done. You basically send a drawing to Budsies and they just adapt your drawing. They did a really dynamite job. They emailed me and they're like, usually our pricing structure is for a standard, 2 arms and 2 legs. We're gonna have to charge you another $5 for the extra arm. I'm like, why did you even email me? You think that's going to be a deal breaker after I spent $275 to get this made? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the chat, Pixel had to go get his kid. I was aware of that beforehand, so I was actually surprised he stayed till 40. I'm like, oh, okay. Let's see. General Piggy says, I've started an AR-13L sketch card collection. And then he says, ooh, intriguing idea with the siren concept. Yeah, no, that was cool. Without narration, it's like, oh, there's another thing attacking? That's cool.
Yeah.
Let me get you out of the solo layout because I know it can be. There we go. I don't know why my cam keeps popping up. Annoying. So, like, what's your backstory, Eric, with artistry?
Well, let's see. I went to school for it. I went to school actually for computer graphics here in Detroit for CCS. Thought I was going to be a big video game designer guy, and the school wasn't really prepared for that. This was back in the day of zip disks were brand new. Everything was still on Silicon graphics machines. It was the Wild West as far as that concerned. So I primarily focused on illustration instead, concept work. Then I went and got my teaching degree. In between there, I had this illness come into my life and mess things up. So around 2004, I decided I want to get back into comics because comics was always my love. Started doing my own comic books back in. I published my first one in 2005. Did about 3 or 4 more, and then I got into a good teaching job and did that for a couple of years. And then came back to the convention scene and started doing fan art, which I thought I'd never do, but people were making money with it. So I figured, why not give it a shot? There's not much else I can do. And did that for many years. I've got a really great fan base that loves my wrestling art and my anime art, but you never lose that itch to make comics. So I came back to comics. I'd done some web comics and stuff, and that's about the time when we started seeing some of the things happening with the big 2. It was hard to read a book without getting, a message thrown in your face. Mm-hmm. And then I started, I started watching this your boy Zach videos, and he was saying the things I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, all right, this guy's brave. He can do it. So, and then, the whole Comicsgate thing kind of grew up, and I got a job with Mess Bucket Comics doing the Roddy Piper book.
Oh, sweet.
That took a couple of years to get that thing done because I was still doing cons at the same time. And so now, I got the Dreaded Dinosaur Man on Webtoon. I'm trying to do that regularly. Get a print book in the works for that. A couple of them, actually. Got hired on with Genuine Comics and did American Bliss. Now I'm doing Mercmaid, and I love it. I need to stay home more anyway for my family. So the more comic work I can have, the better. And it's going great right now. So that's kind of awesome. It.
Sorry, I just got an email that I saw. Would you be interested in seeing this, Eric and Chris? It's probably gonna be one of the covers when I make my comic that I got from Brazil. He just sent me the final pencils.
Ooh.
I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah. Yeah, let me find this really quick.
Bring out the meth.
Let's see what you got there, Sonny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop sharing. Pull this up.
We all have bated breath and anticipation. No, I'm not-
Yeah. What is it? The
Just
that
one
line from,
moment.
I hope what was it? The anticipation is excruciating. I hope it lasts.
There we go.
Hold.
Yeah.
Hold.
Yeah.
Now.
1 second. Get a little excited for y'all. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
One little Duke Boy reference. This is actually a so yeah, I'm still not used to this touchscreen movement to zoom in and out. But yeah, this is a actual homage to Ed Bennis's number 32 Red Hood and the Outlaws. Not a DC guy. I was listening to you on Bancroft, Eric, and yeah, DC sucks. DC has cool power concepts. Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern. I guess the Flash is cool because he has a time travel shit, but I mean, all he does is run. Kind of boring, kind of one-dimensional. Batman is eternally awesome as long as you like. It's hard to screw up Batman. If you screw him up, it's what were you thinking? Like
Joel Schumacher did a pretty good job trying.
Yeah.
no,
God.
fake news. For Batman Forever,
Bat nipples.
Batman Forever is my favorite of the 4 Burton era Batman. I think it's the perfect mix of camp and core of Batman and his torture and whatnot. But yeah, no, I was listening and I'm like, yeah, DC sucks because they go with this concept of these gods, you know. They go with this like mythological view of these heroes versus Marvel's like these are people that get powers. And so you see the proof in the pudding. There's a reason the MCU took off and DCU is just in shambles trying to like, besides Batman, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I tried to read Red Hood and the Outlaws because of that cover, got me into it, and it's fucking awful. I don't get the Starfire is cool. Don't get the appeal of Red Hood, Robin, any of that shit. But I love that cover. It's one of those things that, like me being a novice to comics, it stands out so much. But also because it's a Georgia-based character with Meth Gator, I wanted some Duke Boy reference somewhere in the art, not just in his profession as a moonshine runner with his surrogate father.
Nice.
And that's what we came up with. Yeah, this is the first time an artist. Well, I guess HK Stash did a pretty good job too, of bringing to life the mixed. The girl's supposed to be kind of mixed, like me. So everyone's kind of done just white people hair, which is fine. I love white girls, but it's like, this girl's supposed to be mixed. So I showed him the other picture. Like, no, it's supposed to be like this, and he got it pretty good. Love it. So I'm excited, especially the Charger, man. This Charger is just so fucking mean.
Nice.
I'm so excited. Now I got to find someone to color and ink it, so that's a little annoying. But you know, baby steps.
Absolutely.
What were let's look at the comments really quick. Speaking of Batman, it won't be long until he ends up in the public domain. I think he came out in 41. Superman's 49 and Batman's 40 or 41. So got 18 years, give or take. Unless for some reason copyright extensions placed to make events get suddenly abolished. I don't know. As far as I know, copyright law just lasts 100 years. But yeah, I from what you're talking with like, your origin and CG and Zach and stuff. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm not a comics guy. Got into comics. I knew a little bit here and there, but I got into comics at all because of EVS and Comicsgate. So now I've constantly digging into more stuff because this route in CG. that's kind of funny. It's like, yeah, all these mainstream people want to say, "Oh, you're a bunch of Nazi phobistisms," and it's like, I've actually bought your books because of CG, so shut the hell up.
Yeah, that damn Wikipedia page. You know, the people who don't know anything, that's where they get their information.
Oh yeah.
Well, so one thing I think us on the right, or on what is the right today, whether you are
Anything
actually
that's
right or
not
not.
super left is on the right
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I know. Anything
Exactly.
right of Stalin.
Exactly. I think our normal side, I think we get distracted and muddled sometimes, so we think they're like, we're coming from an argument of honest perspective, and so we don't think like, whoa, they don't actually care if you're racist. This whole, like, this is like a new wave of image. Maybe it'll never be as big as image, but like, this is something that undercuts the mainstream. Like, a guy gets a name big enough on Twitter or through the big two,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of having to go to image to make more money, or Dark Horse or wherever, or to own his stuff outright, he can just, like Sean Gordon Murphy, just put out a comic. Now, I'm surprised Sean Gordon Murphy only made like 50 grand when he's like this red hot Batman artist and writer, but you see the potential. You see, even Todd McFarlane, he has his own toy company. He's like, let me go on Kickstarter and sell a toy. So there's validity there in this format, and that's really why they want to undercut any. It's just like Trump and AOC with politics. Those two did not play the game right. They did not go through the proper channels to be who they are, and that's why they are maligned figures in politics by their peers. That's how I kind of look at this whole thing. I think sometimes we get kind of like the Little Mermaid, for instance, with the race swap and the shield of racism. It's like they're just trying to binge you to buy their crap. Yeah, there is a political angle behind it, but
yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, we've lost we've lost nuance, we've lost honest debate, and now it's just like shameless corporate pandering.
Yep.
And it gets defended to the death by people who probably hate it but don't want to admit it to themselves.
Not only that, but by the Lumpenprol, the foot soldiers that don't even want to go see it themselves or can't afford it to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's funny. And yeah, General Piggy. Shit, there's my mouse. Thank you. Saying it looks nice. Ancient One says Superman will end in domain in the 30s. Wonder Woman will join said place 1 year after, then Batman 1 year after. Yeah, I'm excited to see what people do with those characters.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see Wonder Woman just like get the fuck beat out of her by like some misogynist.
Damn.
Just because the origin, the feminist crap behind that character, however cool Wonder Woman can be, or her stories, like the whole core of her, I'm just like, I'd rather not.
Oh damn.
Her only vulnerability is if a man ties her up.
Yeah. Whip me, slap me, spit in my mouth. Like, wait, what? Oh shit. Yeah.
You went there, Chris. I love it.
Yeah, her weakness is not being naughty. Like,
Yeah.
It's like a butt paddle, like a ping pong paddle.
Hey, what's up, Papa? Let me share the link again
Hey.
and show this to you. We are promoting and talking with the artist co-creator Eric Hansen for the little Mercmaid Ar-13L.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome looking comic. Let me share it on the screen for you. Go back this. You can get it for as little as $10 digital. Do you know the time frame? I know it's like 49 days left for the campaign. Does Fund My Comics, do they have like an extended period when you hit funding, like IGG?
Basically, you can set it up to be like Kickstarter. You can set it up to be like an Indiegogo, or you can have it as just an online store where you never end. So it's like you can start in an on-demand type scenario if you want. It just depends on how you set up your campaign. There's lots of options on Fund My Comic.
Yeah. So Wookiee Supremacy, PopCon. This is Eric Hansen's art. And this is a really cool black and white piece right here. Not finished yet, but look at that.
Oh yeah.
Nightmares.
Fucking awesome. Go back this book, Papa Cotton. I'm going to show you the trailer because I know you like some rock and roll. So let's play that again. Yes. Oh man, I love it. Shit. Why isn't it pausing? Oh, it's because my mouse screwed up. But yeah, Papa Cotton, go back this comic. I don't know if you read comics really, but go back it. Fuck you.
Yeah, so you were asking earlier what our time frame is, and this is a 60-page whale of a tale. We'll be delivering it in the first of next year. So.
Wow, that's soon. Okay. Ancient One says, next thing you know, Decades Later, we'll see a God of War game where Kratos does encounter Wonder Woman. The former defeats the latter. I would be utterly shocked if they did this one. That'd be fucking cool. Well, Kratos in the original trio of games. I don't know about. I want to play a little bit of the new PS4 one, but he fucks up women in that game too.
Oh yeah,
he's an equal opportunity destroyer.
Yeah, I wish they made a God of War style game with Wonder Woman, like the whole Greek mythology thing. That would have been sweet.
Yeah, I mean, so many games. I mean, you look at Assassin's Creed, and I'm like, dude, why are they having so many problems making a freaking Star Wars game? Just do get Ubisoft, do Assassin's Creed like the format, and just make it a Mandalorian or a Sith.
Dude, there's so much bullshit at Ubisoft.
Hey, what's up? You know it. I love your. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's a guitar. I was like, is that a cat with a gun? Yeah, good to see you again, man. We had a good conversation Thursday with Hoffcast. Glad you could join us. Yeah, again, go scroll up in the chat a little bit or go in the description. You can back this book with the link. Little as $10 for the digital. You'll be getting it early next year, given the timeline Eric just gave us. Eric, what are some of your inspiring comics that like really got you into this format to begin with?
Well, as you can see, I'm a big Silver and Bronze Age collector. Iron Man was always my guy. My dad gave me his comic collection when I was a little young boy. Didn't have any X-Men 1s in there, unfortunately. Yeah, he left all those in Germany and gave them away, and he kept the ones that he hadn't read yet. At least that's the story. But so that kind of got me in comics like right away. I was very much a recluse. I grew up on a cattle farm in Missouri. I've been comfortable being by myself my whole life. So most of the time,
I'm from Oklahoma, so I totally get it.
Oklahoma, it's a beautiful, beautiful state. So I basically lived with my toys and my cartoons, and that was most of my life. And I don't think I ever thought of doing anything else other than be a creator of some kind, and always had a love for comics. And it's just one of those things. If it's in your blood, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Is there anything you read? Do you still partake at all in the mainstream? Anything that piques your interest?
No. The last time I dropped out of the mainstream when Gail Simone took over Red Sonja because the writing was awful. It's like I can't deal with this. That was like the initial Dynamite run of Red Sonja. I collected heavily, all the covers and stuff, but haven't really been back since. And I don't need to, because I have people who I personally know creating great stories and stuff to read. I got a whole pile of crowdfunded books I haven't even opened yet because I haven't had time to sit down and read them. I'm not hurting. I'm not hurting thanks to CG for something to read. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got any questions for him, Fisk?
Yeah, what's with these softballs?
Oh, are we going the hardball route, huh? No, do you guys foresee? Because I mean, obviously, this was like a big fu to Disney and their crap. Like their, like it all started with a shit post. But like, do you guys foresee doing like beyond the Mercmaid, like an entire like Disney universe where you're like
Enrique as a character is a smuggler, and he is smuggling weapons from Germany to the Argentina era. This is Piper and I argue because I think this is more late 40s and she wants it in late 50s.
Mhm.
But there are the secret weapon, the Ar-13L, is a Nazi, Nazi gun, Nazi weapon. But they also smuggle cocaine, and the brand of the cocaine is called Snow White.
yes, a coked up bitch with her little midget friends. Is she like in a fraternity or something?
They're working the coke mines.
Hi-ho! We've talked about her as a character being like, maybe an assassin or something like that to try to take out the Mermaid for disrupting this the travel of the
Yes,
powder.
little Kill Bill showdown.
Honestly, you should, and I don't know if you are interested, but I'll send you a link if you don't already know, to read like a lot of shit for free from the mainstream.
Sure.
They update it like weekly all the time, but I would really suggest the House and Powers of 10. If you don't know that story by, was it Hickman coming to the X-Men? Last, I don't know, 5 years ago, give or take. But yeah, he has, I don't know if they've done this before in X-Men because I'm a novice reader, but there's like the whole Krakoa, and essentially it's like its own living mutantness, whatever, and it makes like these plants that can be portals. And so the whole thing is like one of the mutants like reincarnates and lives all these different timelines. And so essentially all the X-Men timelines are legitimate in this story. All right. The reason I mention that is because that character is important to inform Xavier on like her last life, or at least you think it's her last life. I don't know. And so he peers into her mind. He's like, wow, like all these storylines, whether like we go with Eric or with me, these decisions to coalesce or fight humanity, like neither one works. We got to find a new option. And so essentially Xavier makes this council, and there's kind of like this big truce among mutants, including like Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister, Emma Frost. And they're like, all right, Krakoa is mutant land. And so all mutants in the world have dual citizenship and they can leave if they want. And if you don't recognize us as a nation and give those mutants immunity or what have you, to travel back and forth, we will not give you these life-saving drugs that Krakoa makes. And so they kind of hold the world hostage. Only a couple of nations refuse them, and there's begins to be this like big kind of like black market drug trade through some of the X-Men. Like there's some channels where it's like, all right, we can't sell legally through these countries or whatever, but this is good stuff for people. So it's like good drug trade, if you will.
Okay.
Like, it's humanitarian.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. And I don't know. That could just be a format to like read, maybe with like the whole Snow White, the cocaine. That could just be maybe a template you read of like, all right, here's where this story went with this like drug idea. Just throwing it out there. It's something in my mind that is
a good recommendation.
Not an obvious reference. Like people will be like Breaking Bad or Weeds or what have you for that kind of template, but that could be something off the wall to like look at as, a skeleton to build on.
Yeah. It's also a coked up chick with her.
Yeah, sure.
That is cool though. The Snow White inclusion.
Yeah. and I'm notorious for hiding things in the background, so there'll be a lot of Where's Waldo moments. I'm sure people will find.
Oh, nice.
That's a really good question.
We have the whole cocaine shark character, and if we get to at least, I think, 15 grand, we're going to do an ash can, a 16-page ash can. It'll be a story just around cocaine shark.
Nice. Did you go see
have the
Cocaine
cover
Bear?
for it. I already have the cover drawn for it and everything.
Did you go see Cocaine Bear?
Oh, I love that movie. That was so much fun.
That bear's really fucked up.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I gave it like a 7 out of 10. I was really surprised Elizabeth Banks directed it because, for me, like generally the only horror that really scares me in any way is like the kind of Exorcist, paranormal type shit.
Yeah, you get into the supernatural. You get into kind of
Spiritual,
like
yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, because
Insidious.
I mean that's that's real stuff, and I've been to some spook sites. I'm not afraid of that kind of thing, and yeah, that's genuine. That's some genuine fear there. But yeah, I don't go for the jump scares and crap like
Yeah,
that.
but this movie with Elizabeth Banks and kind of her baggage with Charlie's Angels and stuff, I was very surprised at the movie she made, and even though you could say it's maybe amateur, given that like I'm up in Ohio, you're out in Missouri, like you could get attacked by a black bear. Maybe it's not common, but you got plenty of area that they could just come to and migrate to unseen, and so you might just go out in the woods, a mile from your house, and then from civilization and get attacked. It's not like Jaws where you got to go to their place and it's got to be like the right season and whatnot to attract them. And so even though it's like obvious CGI, like the carnage, it's like, oh, this is making me bite my shirt. So I'm like, I'm just dreading like the carnage of the bear.
They gave you a lot of cringe moments with the carnage, but I'll tell you, the theater that I regularly go to, they built a little strip mall in front of it in the parking lot. They put a Jimmy John's in there, so I'm rolling up to see Cocaine Bear. I had already popped a couple of gummies, and so the idea of food started to sound really good. So I went to Jimmy John's. I got a whole cheesesteak. I stuck it in my coat, smuggled it into the theater, and just had an absolute blast, eating my sandwich and watching this movie.
I love hearing a fellow theater criminal like myself smuggling illicit food items into the theater.
Like a whole setup. I'm like,
$5 foot long.
No, you like start pulling out like the fucking 5 or 6 foot long sub out of your trench coat.
A bento box.
Okay.
Got the whole restaurant in there. There's like a little table, a little candle set up.
That is awesome. No, I like that. Was Cocaine Shark inspired by Cocaine Bear?
Oh, absolutely. It's like, because I'm a huge shark guy. Like the top of my bucket list is to go cage diving down in the Bahamas or something.
Oh, nice.
But Shark Week, that's like the only time I watch terrestrial TV. That or if my Royals are playing and I can actually see them beat the Tigers. But anyway, it's like, it's a big thing for me. So when I saw Cocaine Bear, I was like, okay, there's got to be a cocaine shark. And so I spent like 2 days concepting this thing out. I got a great little logo where it's a line of cocaine instead of a water line and a little white, dusty looking shark fin, coming out. So that's like the logo for it. And there's not gonna be any substance to the story. I'm basically doing it like Ditko and Lee did, where I have all the pages in my head, an idea of the story, and I'm just gonna hand it off to Piper and see what she does with the dialogue. Because it'll start out with like some guys in a raft. They just escaped the Coast Guard. They got a shipment of cocaine that they rescued, and one guy ends up in the water. There's blood in the water. It starts attracting sharks. Starts attracting a particular shark, and it's just an excuse to kill these people out in the ocean, and then it'll be over with. So.
Escobar.
Let me see. Let me remove this.
I
saw when I was looking it up that you've already commented on this thing going around the internet, but I just saw when looking it up that not the Bee, the I guess real news subset of the Babylon Bee, has covered this. Let me see.
Is this
the sea turtle incident?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So get out of here. Not the Bee. The internet is celebrating the shark that used its teeth to save an injured sea turtle because everyone is apparently dumb now. This you got dropped on your head and watched Pocahontas too many times as a kid. We'll show the video in a second, but this is, I guess, some of the comments. Poor little guy. I know he felt relieved. It's like a Disney movie.
Oh my god!
It's crazy how animals have adapted to turn to human for help in these kinds of situations. Nature really has its way of communicating with us. Poor turtle. I hate seeing things like this. It's depressing to be reminded like this, that we as humans are collectively responsible for what creatures suffering. At least they were able to help. But I wish these situations weren't happening in the first place. Good job to all involved, including the shark.
Oh my god!
The journalist says, I can't believe I need to say this, but sharks are murder machines that constantly roam the oceans in pursuit of blood. They aren't out with their existential thoughts about helping other animals.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo, they are carbon-based murder missiles. The only reason sharks generally leave humans alone is because their prefrontal cortexes are fixated on gobbling up whatever looks like prey. We are strange aliens in their underwater world. Or the shark couldn't bite through the turtle's shell, so it strangled it, and while swimming away, it mistakenly ran into a boat. I'm not believing this shark PR.
Wow.
Fun facts about turtles: they turn sideways to get away from sharks, especially bigger predators like tiger sharks that have the jaw power to crush their shells. These battles can go on for quite some time since sharks are fast and turtles are slow. If a turtle is getting tired and happens to see a boat, it might be able to escape on. You better bet it's going to try to get there. And if that shark thinks it can get better leverage on that shell by using said boat, it's going to try that. So yeah, let me share the video now that's being debated, because I kind of I don't know if you've seen shark stuff, but there's people that like have familiarized themselves with like tiger sharks, and it appears they recognize them in some way and are not hostile and let them swim with them. Maybe it's because they're already like full and don't need to kill at that moment. I don't know. But there's been some interesting things that like maybe they aren't just straight like stupid goldfish. So let me share this. Hey, what's up, Keely Chow? I'll get to the chat in a second.
Hey.
All right, so this
Riding
is
the wind and waves.
Oh my god!
Look, a shark is carrying a turtle on the sea. Riding the wind and waves. After seeing human ships from afar, the shark worked hard to escort the turtle over. With the assistance of the shark, the turtle struggled to pounce on the steps of the ship. This incredible scene happened to be discovered by the boy on the ship. After confirming the discovery of sea turtles by humans, the shark turned around and left gracefully. The boy believes that the turtle must need help when it actively approaches humans, so he caught the turtle out of the water. Seeing the help of humans, the helpless turtle left tears of emotion. Originally, the turtle's neck was tightly restrained by a thick rope. Warm-hearted boy carefully examined the turtle's wound. Just lightly stroked the turtle's neck. The turtle immediately began to struggle in pain. The boy first flipped the turtle upside down on all fours. It can be clearly seen that two ropes have been deeply embedded in the flesh. The turtle must be in great pain. It looked at the human beings in front of it with tears in its eyes. Seems to be asking for help quickly. The boy immediately took out the knife.
Did he gut the turtle?
no, they do cut the.
Oh, I thought they were gut the turtle and hear the narrator.
No,
say,
they're flipping it over so they can control it and cut the ropes off of its neck that it's grown with.
Yeah, it looks like
turtle of his
it got
interest.
stuck in a fishing net and it grew while it was growing, and it's like the net
Yep.
is growing into its neck.
Ouch.
Yeah, funny. Hey, what's up, Keely Chow? Yeah. Go in the description or scroll up. You can click the link I shared to back the comic we're talking about that Eric here has drawn, co-created. Ar-13L, the Little Mermaid, irreverent take on the Little Mermaid story. Looks pretty awesome. Comments for saying shark is hero. Lol. Murder missile is a great phrase. Yeah. I don't know. Again, seeing some stuff that shows like a potential friendliness in sharks. I wonder. It's probably just coincidence that all this transpired where that boat was, and so it's just like the turtle's trying to get away, slippery, and then the shark kind of pins him on the boat, but then he freaks out or loses him. I don't know. More likely that is the case, but
that's exactly what it is. Like like it's one of those like when they put in the wrong subtitles or something, or like the wrong dub. Like that shark was clearly trying to eat that fucking turtle.
Look at the Sweet shark saving the turtle.
Looks
Was
like
this Land
chewing on
Before
its leg.
Time? Yeah, I don't know. The jury's still out for me, given some stuff I've seen. But yeah, I totally lean towards it. Oh no, it was trying to eat it. Especially the shape of its head looked like it might have been tiger shark or something in that specific family.
The cherry on top would have been when they were, you know, flipping it over to, like, you know, as the narrator says, like, cut the rope. They end up just like gutting the turtle and hollowing out the shell. And they're like, relieve the turtle of his entrails. Like,
now we're going to sell him to an open wet market.
totally helped him.
Yeah, I know the sea turtle debate of, like, you know, more indigenous locals, whatever you want to call them, that, you know, live around them consistently and eat them. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, sea turtle are majestic, but like they are a prey animal. They spawn so many and few survive to adulthood. Like octopus, they're kind of probably meant to be like mid-range or lower in the food chain. So I don't know how guilty I feel about people eating them compared to like a endangered giant salamander. I don't know if you've seen that Chinese video. They're like, they got a live giant salamander and they cut it. And I'm like, what? You're disgusting. Screw you.
People will eat everything, though.
Yes, they will.
I'm totally. I'm not against. I'm not against like that survival view or necessity. But it's like, oh, these are industrialized people TikToking this fucking cuisine of an endangered animal. Like, screw you.
No, dude. Like in San Diego, they actually had to up their park rangers game because Chinese tourists would come in with like their shopping bags from Walmart and stuff. And you're permitted to like take, you know, you can grab like a mussel shell or whatever off the beach. Well, apparently after weeks and months of Chinese tourists coming over to the San Diego beaches, they completely cleansed the beach dry of every form of tide pool animal.
Oh.
It's like all gone. Urchins, abalone, everything gone. Like, you know, it's like might as well just like poured some gas and lit a fire.
It's quite comforting that if a sea disaster ever happens for me, the sharks will come save me.
The sweet release.
You said terrestrial television or something like that. You're talking about Shark Week. What did you mean exactly by that?
You know, like people watch cable. Or whatever. Like
yeah.
TV.
I watch. Oh, go on.
I don't get into binge watching shows much. I don't watch, you know, must see TV or any of that crap anymore. It's like my wife and I will watch anime or some Korean movies together. I'll go and flip on Amazon and watch Hunt for Red October for the 300th time. That's what I do for recreation. But most of the time I'm in my studio working.
Yeah, no, it's funny because it's like, man, I should try to watch something new and keep up with like pop culture and maybe make a video. I'm like, oh, look, Dark Knight's on Netflix. Click, like, seen it 100 times.
Well, you get to that age, like I'm 45 and I'm already starting to, you know, it's like, I don't care. I just want, you know, my comfort food, my comfort movie, and then I'll go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I relate to that. But then also there's shit like Velma or She-Hulk where it's like, this is so bad that it's comedically bad. It's not so bad it's good. It's just it's horrible. And I gotta see the train wreck.
The rubberneck.
I should probably get off this gruesome turtle imagery. There we go. Sorry.
I can't find my comment post on that turtle video because I thought it was hilarious.
Oh man, yeah, I saw. Let me see. I typed in sea turtle and
The Last Ronin.
Let's see. Let me try it again. Sea turtle. I want to say I saw like you tweet by you pop up at like the top. Yeah, you're like cocaine shark's second cousin Mitch who is Mercmaid swim coach, saves their neighbor Greg the sea turtle, taking him to humans to cut off the net around his neck. Back Mercmaid today. Retweet.
Hell yeah.
And I sent you the cover art that I did for the Cocaine Shark Mini, so if you want to share that. It's
I'm
pretty
sorry, what?
hilarious. On Twitter, I sent you the cocaine shark cover.
Oh. Okay, yeah, let me share that. Share screen. There we go. Cocaine shark. Wait, so why does the guy already have an AK in the situation? Is that explained, I guess?
Well, yeah, I mean they're smugglers. The Coast Guard probably
Oh, okay.
tried to pick them up, and this is their life raft in the ocean.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's like instantly it's like, oh, this is crazy. But then it's like, wait, why does this guy in a life raft already have an AK? But then, oh, he's got the shipments. Totally makes sense now.
Yeah, one of those dumb movie tropes or plot lines. It's like, oh, the sharks, because sharks can jump out of the water like crazy. So that's what this shark does. And it tips the boat. Cocaine flies in the air. Guy freaks out, tries to shoot it. Big cloud of cocaine gets in the shark's face and is like, oh, yeah, that's what I came for.
That's the good stuff. Woo!
So is he like, is he sentient? Is he like just out for coke? Like consciously?
Yeah, he's basically our witch character has a lot of her own evil sea enemy, sea life, and the cocaine shark is basically her attack dog.
Oh, okay. Did you ever see on Tubi? There's like this really awful Shark Side of the Moon. That's what it is. Have you seen this?
I have not seen that one. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Oh my god, it is. Let me pull it up. If I can
try
find
to
it.
Sci-fi original.
It was on Tubi, and me and Ricky were really excited to watch it. And then we watched about 20 minutes, and it's like, I can't. Like the acting, like they're going to the moon, they crash, and it turns out like the Soviets were sending like these like unkillable shark people things to the moon, and they're somehow living there still, but they want to get off the moon. And so these like wrecked crew of, I guess, Americans are crashed on there. But it's like they crashed on the moon and they can't like communicate and they got so much time, but there's like no sense of like the acting does not match the situation at all. It's like, oh yeah, Captain, we've crashed and we only have so much air. And it's like, all right, so we'll try to get out of this. Thank you, cadet. You're like, it's that kind of dialogue. It's like,
oh no, Prometheus.
And then there's like these freak humanoid sharks, and I didn't know that they could talk. So that's even, let's see in the clip.
No.
Let me see it.
Oh gosh,
Shark Side.
it sounds so terrible.
Moon.
Yeah.
It's awful. Yeah. Let me see.
I love sharks, but I can't even sit through any of the Sharknado movies.
Oh god, yeah.
Dude. Oh my god. Yeah, we watched the first Sharknado, thinking like, man, we just watched. It was some Dreamcast game they made into a movie, Dead or Alive. And it was like it kind of cringe awesome.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, that was good.
That
and then
great.
Jamie Presley. Giggity.
Jamie Presley, Eric Roberts. I mean, you can tell he was phoning it in for that role, but he was also having fun.
Yeah. Chewing the scenes.
let me see. I'm trying to find if there's like a clip to show you.
There's got to be a trailer of this Shark Side of the
There's a trailer, but I'm trying to find this specific clip that I seen on Twitter a long time ago. I'm seeing if it pops up. I don't think so. All right, I'll just have to share that one trailer. Here we go. Sorry, my mouse, my physical mouse, it's like screwed up on the click button. So it like double clicks. Kind of a cool little trailer there. Not gonna lie, definitely got me intrigued.
You could definitely use like some rip-off Pink Floyd though to go with it.
Yeah. Hello.
Ooh, yeah. No, that's actually smart. Let me see if I can find a clip on YouTube.
I'll see you on the shark side of the moon.
I was really surprised. I don't know if you watch football. I'm a big Philly fan, of course. I watched this year's Super Bowl, and yeah, we lost, but I wasn't like I was bitter about like how they screwed us. I just wanted to lose fair and not have the refs screw me out of a straight loss. That's what I'm pissed about that Super Bowl. If you watch football, but yeah, I was really surprised having gotten into Tubi because of Dead or Alive and then Shark Side of the Moon. I was really surprised to see all the trailers that they did. They did, I think, three like ads for Tubi, and it's like creepy, like giant bunny. And it's like alluding to like I guess Alice in Wonderland and going down the wormhole. Very clever stuff. Let's see, no, that trailer. I think this is it. All right. Yes. Cringe is about to ensue, my friend.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
Hold.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that looks so bad.
Does that thing have boobs?
Yes.
Or die.
Okay, but you have to.
On my honor as Zarina, ruler of the hybrid sharks.
What?
Pretty awesome, right?
Just because Blender is free doesn't mean everybody should use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You know it. Yeah, no, I knew I could find a trailer. I was trying to find that clip because I saw that clip on Twitter, but it wasn't popping up in the search. So, but yeah, anything else you want to say before we go? Anything else you want to ask Fisk?
I'm looking forward to Snow White now.
Anything you got, Eric, before we go?
Just make sure you follow me at Dreaded Dinosaur, and as pages are done and approved by my other compatriots, Piper and Pixel, be sharing out some stuff. We have a lot of things planned that we didn't get to do at launch that we're working on now. I think Pixel let the cat out of the bag that we're looking at a Sebastian plush toy, and then there was a really cool concept by Matt Barr that's in the works, maybe an action figure,
nice.
and so forth. So yeah, there's a lot more to this campaign that is going to be coming out soon. So go ahead and back it now, and we'll see you on the dark side of the ocean.
I appreciate having you on. With Dreaded Dinosaur, there's like a Dinosaur Man comic you're doing. Is how far out is that, or is it already on?
I have two distinct projects. One project was supposed to be part of an anthology that kind of fell kaput, so I've got about a 60% done story there, and I think that's going to be released through Arrow at some point. Just trying to get that ducks in the row. As far as my webtoon goes, I have a consistent storyline that I need to end the webtoon before the print book comes out. So it's like the webtoon is the daily series that leads up to the movie, which is what the print book's going to be. And that one's about like a third of the way. I'm about a third of the way into that one too, because I work on it when I have some spare time. But yeah, that's my IP, totally 100% my passion project. And so please, you can get the link in the description. You can go to Webtoon, you can go to Global Comics or Tapas and check out Dreaded Dinosaur Man. Love to have you as a reader for that.
Yeah, I am sharing your link to your Twitter in the chat. Sure.
Yeah, my Twitter bio has a Linktree link in it, and that'll get you to my store. You can buy the wrestling art, or you can go read the Webtoon, or you can harass me in the email or something.
Yeah, go follow Eric Hansen on Twitter right there, and I'll share the link as well. Again, freaking mouse. There we go. Share link for your campaign, Little Mermaid. Go back for those $10. You can give the digital. $20, you get physical and digital with one of the 4 covers available. I'm really excited to read this, and yeah, go look up Little Mermaid. Find that trailer if you haven't. You can find on the campaign. Really fun stuff. Homage to who's that band? Not Metalocalypse, but the band.
Death Clock.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, "What the? Oh wow, you just went to Death Clock." Like, oh, you recorded it. That that's even cool.
That was Pixel in his closet doing on
Oh man, I love Metalocalypse. I need to watch the rest of that show, but yeah, good having you on, Eric. Good chat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad y'all are already funded. I hope this deserves a 50, 100K. I hope the sky's the limit for y'all, and I want to see the Disney universe come from y'all. That's I love that Frisk put that out there. Yeah, appreciate y'all coming on, making the chat a bit lively, and go make the Fund My Comic campaign more lively with money. Until Thursday, talk to you later.